Welcome back to my content. My name is Astrology, and I'm here to do some astrology and some cards for you tonight. This will be a general reading. We will be looking at the current transits for today's date, which is April. What is human time today? April 13th, 2021, and looking forward towards April 20th, as that's the entrance of Taurus season, and we'll be looking at the entrance of Venus into Taurus and Jupiter into Pisces. This is good times, man. This is really good times. So let's get into it. We're going to do all signs. I'm using a couple different decks. I am thankful to have you here, and I'm being told to go into prayer. Hi, Mommy. My guides, my ancestors, I come to you tonight and ask you to help coat me and protect me as I dive beneath the veil. You grant me the sight and let me be the speaker. I promise to keep it authentic and honest and real. Please give me the clearest channel you can provide, and I promise to be the clearest channel I can be for you. Bless me, bless you, bless me, bless me. Okay, right. So the astrology, well, it's sunset where I am in Eastern Ontario, Canada. Right now the sun is setting. Venus is conjunct the sun by a few degrees. And just above the sunrise is, if we had a telescope, we could see Uranus with the moon. Just in the sun's glare, we can't quite see the moon until we may see it on the horizon. You may be able to see it on the eastern horizon in about an hour, in about an hour's time. Regardless, for the next few nights, while the moon is moving through Taurus and Gemini, and it goes from, where it is now and goes over Black Moon Lilith, who's at the end of Taurus currently, hits the node in Gemini in a few days, and then meets up with Mars. We have quite a turbulent next couple of days. There is going to be a lot of switching and a lot of changing and a lot of passionate, emotive energy that really is being shocked by these new ways that we are all really starting to understand we've embodied. Uranus came into Taurus 2019 in February. That was a lot. That was a big time. A lot of people were going through it or started to go through it. I mean, you look back now and it feels like worlds away. February 2019. But for some of us, light workers and dark workers especially, those that are kind of seasoned now in the collective and the spiritual community, we knew that time was going to be hard. We felt it. And we were anticipating worse because we had knowledge of Saturn and Uranus, Jupiter doing what they've done in 2020 and 2021. So we knew it was going to be bad and we were bracing for it. But a lot of other people were caught, shocked in the early winter months of 2019. So a lot of that independence and really ingenuity and ingenious energy and isolated energy of our own autonomy, the way that we have become as a universal collective, we've become empowered in our uniqueness, especially with everybody going to work from home and looking at their own skills and their own skill sets, seeing if they really love their job. When you take away the community aspect of your work, are you actually passionate? Are you actually good at what you do? There's so much switching and so much changing for everyone about what grounds them and keeps them secure. That's Uranus and Taurus. It's supposed to be like that. So the moon, right now, is with Uranus and has been all of today, which is April 13th, 2021. And it will be again every time the moon is in Taurus for the next like 5 years, you know? Like we're learning to embody our weirdness because we've been forced to look at it. We've been forced to face it. Something in 2019 for everyone in February and March would have like everybody would have experienced it in some form, wherever your Taurus is in your chart. So for Taurus rising people, that independent streak, you know, you really had it embody you, and it came through your partnerships, and it ripped through your home and your work. Like it was really a big deal. For Taurus, Taurus moon people, it was reflected in your emotional center and your insecurities. For Taurus sun people, it really hit home to have Uranus come into your planet. There was a shock to your ability to shine in the first place. Like you really had a bit of a death there. And for some Taurus people, it's still happening. You know, it's only at 9 right now. It's a very slow moving planet. But Taurus season, this season, that's the hardest part for us. And I know other astrologers will have different opinions, and that's fine. I don't consult other astrologers. So if you hear other things, then that's cool for them. But my advice is to deal with this Uranus situation of dealing with the planet in its season. Like you're in the season now where it's sitting and it doesn't move for almost a decade, right? So this season and next Taurus season and the next Taurus season, we're going to be facing this, you know, as we develop this ingenuity in our value system that makes us great entrepreneurs and artists and creative people. And really, it's the crash of the system that gives us the ability, because it's the pressure that makes the diamond, right? It's the pressure that makes the pearl. And you don't get that pressure without things collapsing. Secure things. So, like I said, this energy that's happening, this Taurus season really is about experiencing that radicalness and how it's really supposed to change our value system. Like we're supposed to have a change. It's a fated experience every single time we lean into that ingenuity and that independent, you know, streak of our own. That thing that makes us different from the rest. Everybody's got it. You're a little snowflake. You're a little fingerprint. There's an airplane coming through. So, I've been shuffling. If you stayed with me through the airplane, then you get some cards. Let's see. Taurus season, can we get a couple cards, Spirit, please? Can we get a couple cards? Give us a couple insights on Taurus season for the fire signs. For the fire signs, what do we got? The fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What do we got? The 9 of Swords reversed. This is a good thing. Yeah, you're definitely being able to see those problems for what they were. They're falling down around you in the balance because justice came up next. The balance is coming up. You've done the hard work. The 8 of Pentacles landed on the reverse 9 of Swords. You've done the hard work. You've done the traumatic work. And you looked at your past and you saw the fantasy of your past. You saw that it wasn't real. That it wasn't a real thing. You were blinded by your absolute idea. And there was this disaster. You gave up because you didn't believe. All you kept thinking about was what you didn't have and what could go wrong. And you were losing things that way. So what's to do with this? That's a lovely energy, but if that's where they are now, what's Taurus season doing to them? Okay, so we got the 10 of Pentacles, which is great, and then the reversed World card. When the World card is in reverse, you are creating a new cycle. You're refusing to end. You're opening what you thought was closed. And you're re-examining what you thought was the way things were and the way cycles were. You're re-examining that. That's beautiful. Another card fallen. The 6 of Pentacles. You really are able to sustain and love and care for other people now. You understand that's what it is. It's not about just being the old man with the white dog. You know, it's not just about handling your own business and being alone. That didn't work last time. That just led to an ambiguous cycle of alienation. And you just ended up being able to support others, but from a distance, with this, like, you know, observer, caretaker energy, where you are looking on other people and you know, the richness of that. That's where you're going with this energy. Nine of Pentacles came up reversed. So this is a double deck. Could have gone this way, but she came up this way. This is a reverse. So I almost see this like a hanged woman reversed. You really do have there's a lot of pentacles here. There's a lot of money here. I almost see like a debt happening. It's because the Nine of Pentacles is like autonomy and having your own. So yeah, my ears are ringing too. So there's a debt coming when it comes to a woman. Feminine energy or self-sustainability energy. There's a debt involved. You could be taking on a debt from a bank, from old family loans. And the Emperor came up reversed. Emperor reversed. Double deck. There's so much pentacles. There's so much money involved. There's a lot of masculine energy too. There's a lot of masculine rules here. Playing by the rules. Making new rules. Setting new standards. Making new rules. New masculine principles. There's a lot of masculine energy here. Okay. I don't know what that means for you guys. I'm not a fire sign, but I'm sure you got it. Enjoy the money. Careful. Make those new rules. By the way, the bottom of the deck was the Eight of Cups, which is great because you're like moving on and appreciating, you know, new things and what has happened. And the other side was the Queen of Wands. So running in your power and your passion to take care of other people. Okay. I'm going to shuffle a bit more. The cards are very feisty. Let's do water signs. Water signs. Water signs. Scorpio, Pisces. Water signs. When I take a hydration break, you should be taking a hydration break. Okay. Water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Can I get a reading? Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio for this Taurus season. There he is. King of Cups is up. There's Cancer. Ace of Swords. Very nice. Woo! The Lover's card reversed. I was shuffling this whole time with my bank card. Well, that's interesting. What a mantra, eh? Okay, so what is this? The King of Cups came up. This is a Cancer card. This is a man who loves and supports others, is completely comfortable in his femininity and his emotions and able to sustain himself. This may be a masculine coming at you, but it could just be you being very comfortable in your emotional center, like this, your kingship when it comes to how you psychically connect with other people. Next one, which is the current energy, is the Ace of Swords. This is excellent. Brand new idea. Brand new idea, and it is literally a gift from God. You know it's divine. You know it's divine intervention, too. Something has... And there is an imbalance between you and people around you. People you thought you partnered with. People that used to make you comfortable. I also see this... Do you see that shape right there? When it's in this upward position, it kind of looks like a womb, but like a reverted womb. And then that almost looks like a penis. Do you see that? How there's this like sexual... Maybe I'm just horny. Excuse me. Water signs, excuse me. I have Scorpio Mars, okay? I do see a lot of sexual connotation here, but I feel like it's not happening. I feel like there's a disconnection because all I can see instead of seeing these people is I see the space in between them. So there really is a space in between, this balance between two people. So there might have been a new truth that came through, but let's ask for some clarification. Okay, so this water energy that we are at, this King of Cups energy, I'm pretty sure I know what that is, but if Spirit wants to give me a card, he did, the Empress here, but she came up this way. So it is really basing your shit on intuition. Really basing your shit on intuition. You're not even standing in it saying, hey, I know this because I psychically know it. You're also being kind of slimy about it. You're being kind of shady in the fact that you just want people to be attainable, or you want people to be accountable, but you're not going to tell them those things. You're just going to pout and like come around them and like make emotionally guilt trips around them until they do that thing you want. That's Empress reversed energy with the King of Cups. There's like a queen of, or a king of manipulation here. Second card out is the Ace of Swords. Oh, I got the Three of Wands right away. Whoa, okay. Well, the first one was the High Priestess. My bad. Yeah, it's the High Priestess, which is the physical which is the intuition. And then I've got the Empress here has come through. Okay, so and then the Six of Wands showed up reversed. That's and like the harsh side of it. You guys see that? There's so much glare on this. There you go. Anyways, what you're looking at is this reversed. Okay, with the Empress, little princess here, she came up reversed. This is sweet physical innocence of the feminine. Okay, this is the sweetest of feminine, most innocent of feminine energy. This is the pregnant woman. This is the perfect maiden. This is the darling crone. This is very important trifecta energy, and she is reversed right here. So this truth that came in started here, started with this new idea, okay? The Three of Wands talks about a passion when you're like, okay, I know what I've got, I know where I've been, and now I can see that there's this new thing coming. I can see that this, blending these two things has created this third thing. And the spark of excitement that comes from waiting for that, the gestation of that. The Lover's card reversed, the space between. This card talks about, you know, the battle, like victory battle, but like it's not fun to look back at a war that you've been through and look at all the dead comrades that you've lost along the way. You've got battle scars. This inability to connect to the purest form of your feminine. Water signs. There's a truth. Okay, so let's see where this goes, water signs. Can I have third card? Third card outcome. Okay, I have world reversed. This came up for the last reading. World reversed, why? But why? What are they doing with it? Celebration reversed. Fighting reversed. Tower reversed. Okay. All these cards came up reversed. So I got the Tower card. Reversed. I got the Three of Cups. The Three Fates. The dancing trifecta of happiness and pleasure. Celebration and joy and siblings. Reversed. The Fighting card. You know, on the actual like aggressive side of it, because it does have two sides, this card. I got it on the aggressive side and reversed. So it's unnecessary agitation. And then the World was the one that started this. The World came up reversed. So the World, I talked about this in the last, in the fire signs. The World reversed talks about stopping fate or opening a cycle that wasn't completed. You know, you're like, no, I have to go back and fix that ending. That's what the world reversed is. You're not done with that cycle yet. You've got work to do. You have to go back to that tower. Go back to the drama that was triggered in the first place that took your whole tower down. Go back to that trauma. Trauma. Drama. Go back to the drama and the trauma. That mask there. Go back to the mask you used to wear that was shattered by fate, by a divine intervention. Go back there. Go back to the part where you were falsely celebrating, where you were dumping everything and purging. Go back to the part where you got to go back to the part where you were just angry and agitated and fighting with everyone. You got to go back to that part. I'm going to pull one more card for you guys because I'm a water sign and I'm selfish. Shut up. Air. So it's failed communication. This is a time to move. Like, again, it's that new, this very much is the same card that I just pulled here from the Astrology Oracle deck. It's very much an Ace of Swords card. This is a new idea, new frame of mind. This is a cut away from the past. This is not a purging, but a complete surgery, restructuring of what you knew. This is cutting between the bullshit, cutting between what has been and what is, and crowning yourself as the one who can make those choices. There's victory in this too. When you hold a sword like this, you're wielding it with power. You're conquering things. Beautiful. Okay, water signs, you're done. Fire signs, you're done. Earth signs, you're next. Air signs after. Air signs, you can just skip to the end. You know how to do that. But if you were looking to cross read for your partners or your moon signs or your rising signs, you might as well stay tuned because we got all the colors in us. What is that song? You are the world, we are the children. It's Michael Jackson. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's keep living. Something like that. I can hear like the whole choir in my head now. I want to say it was Live Aid or Band Aid in 1986. I was just watching some documentary on that recently, actually. I don't know why that's coming through right now, but so it is. I can actually see the cartoon spoof that they made. I think it was like, was it The Simpsons who did the cartoons? They did, yeah. And then I think South Park did too. Everybody spoofed that Band-Aid thing. It was so funny. Okay, 2 cards are out. Who are we doing again? I called the Earth, didn't I? I called Earth. 2 cards want to come out, those 2. Okay, so interesting. So Fire had some of this too. So Earth, the Emperor and the King of Cups reversed. The Emperor reversed is really looking at the basics, the fundamentals of what you base your shit on, like the serious perspective. Let me just show you. So this is the Emperor, which is like masculine principle. If the Empress is the divine triple goddess, the Emperor is the divine masculine. Okay? That's why it's Aries energy. That's why it's got a shaft in this creation ball, and he's all red. But we got it this way. This is this vice versa deck, so you always get a second perspective. So with this one, you see there's actually like an eye shape right there. If you see, so we're actually getting his perspective as the masculine is it the left or the right? It's one side of a two-eyed creature, because you can see it's like on an angle sort of. The eye. I don't know if I'm putting that up right. But what I'm trying to say here is that he's got the basics of fire, the cube, he's got the moons, 2 of them, and then this other symbol, which I know planetary symbols, this is none of them, so this is something else. And then the sun, so it's something I'm assuming is supposed to be masculine. It's talking about the physical manifestation and the mind. That's what the cross is, the physical of spirit and physical. And then the triangle is always mind and mental and air. So it is the physical and the air. That's what masculine represents. There is no water in masculine. Masculine energy that has water in it is masculine with feminine. True masculine energy is only fire and air, okay? And we're supposed to have both in us. But the masculine principles make up the rules. They make up the structures, the formation of what is right, what is wrong, what is black, what is white, what is up, what is down. That's all masculine principle. There is scientific fact. There is no guesswork. There is no dark matter. Follow me? So by having this perspective of the card, you really are looking at your fundamentals. And then we got the King of Cups, which is the Cancer card, or Pisces male card, Scorpio male card. Really looking at the king of emotions, and because we got the backside of it, we're seeing the coldness and how that doesn't work, how there's the intellect of the dolphin, and the freedom is stuffed behind the throne that weighs him down to the ground and stops him from swimming with the dolphins. You follow me? His freedom is behind him, and that's something that we know only from seeing the back of this card. So having the king, having these two thrones sit side by side. Can you guys see that? We really are having a true masculine perspective of the emotional sense and the practical sense. There is a revision of this viewpoint. It's supposed to be big. Okay? Earth signs. So what is that? Is that like a him and now? What is this, Spirit? Can you tell us? Chariot, Cancer card, moving. Ace of Wands. Okay, new idea, new penetration, new libido, new drive. There's a new reason, new victory. And what you're leaving behind is the King of Swords stuff. And your new rules have to let go of those old truths. So King of Swords and reverse Seven of Swords. King of Swords, again, we see another throne, okay? The King of Swords is the one that's always prepared for battle and very defensive. This is the King of Thought and consequence through actions of thought. Okay, this is the king that sharply dictates comfortably without feeling he's completely impartial to other people's emotions, but able to provide comfort in the abilities of communication that he provides. He's very, very solid in his communication. He's crystal clear, hence the crystals, in his intention. There is all accountability and honesty with this man. It's cold sometimes when people are not candy coating things for you, but this is the king's perspective. That's what he has to do. Everything needs to be crystal clear, because if it's not, then the crystals are not going to work. They're going to be foggy. Authentic air energy. So this is a very masculine energy. So the King of Cups is sitting with and both are reversed, the King of Swords on one side, and then I've got the Emperor on the other side with the Seven of Swords reversed. In between, I've got the Ace of Wands, which is all about new libidos, passions, drives. Right on top of the Chariot, we are moving in a new direction, new passion, new libido. And we are just loaded up in all the masculine principles. There is no financial growth here, though. I see swords, swords, cups, and now the Empress has shown up. So the Empress and the Emperor are both here. The Fool is here. Okay, the Fool fell out underneath of the Seven of Swords, which is underneath the Emperor, which is in the future column. Because you're no longer just a man of emotion and a man of thought, which is before. You are now moving into a full emperor who is able to use all of the elements. You're able to use your thought, your emotion, your practicality, and your experience and excitement and drive. That's the emperor's challenge. Like, he's able to do all that. He masters all of those elements in a masculine way. And you're really leaving behind those old truths to do that. And you're leaving behind the naivety of being a fool. You used to just drop everything you know and move forward. Now you're not doing that anymore. There's no sneaking out in the middle of the night and running away into this. Now you're being practical about it. There is a lot of who you used to be. So earth signs, female, Taurus is female. This is really messing with your masculine principles. You're relearning who masculine is, what masculine is. Actually, thinking of my clients now, this makes a lot of sense. Okay, so at the bottom, I got 3 cards all came out at once. So this, I'm going to say, is kind of like a why, like a what else is going on. I got the Knight of Swords reversed, which is a down step from the King. Okay, so this guy is just a brave hero coming in. So we're feeling more like a brave hero than an arrogant chief at this point, because there is an appreciation for all the time spent and the love given. There is a wish being made and an appreciation of going forward with the experience of having been loved and nourished by the feminine. So we got the Empress and the Emperor here, guys. This is balancing. This is really balancing. Good sign. Earth signs obviously doing some super masculine, super amazing work on your divine masculine. It's showing off because she showed up. These two are the divine feminine, divine masculine, and they came together. When you dropped the old lies and the old truths that you used to tell yourself, that you used to have to hide from other people, you couldn't even be honest with them. They were lies that you told yourself to make yourself feel safe, and you were sneaky about them. 7 of Swords. Who's next? Air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I'm a Libra moon, so hi babies. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit more. Feel free to check your other signs. I did do prayer at the beginning. I talked a little astrology. I'm going to upload this to YouTube and send it out into the Facebook world too. Feel free to share and subscribe and like. And please get this channel pumping. I want to have a community here. My social media is so spread out all over the place. I'd love to have you all pumping in the same place. And all of my commissions have a YouTube link. All of them are a Google document with a visual guide and a personal private YouTube link, unlisted. I have hundreds of them in my personal studio. Okay, Air, we're here. What do we get? We got the Fool. We got the Queen of Wands reversed. So we're definitely looking at, honestly, the Fool is facing the other direction. And this is a double-sided deck. He could have come out other way, and he's not. Okay. So the Fool came out, and then the 5 of Cups came out underneath, but reversed, and kind of fell on the Fool, but towards the Queen. The 5 of Cups, obviously, some of you may not know tarot, and if you do, that's cool, and if you don't, that's awesome. But this is a reverse deck, so we get 2 sides. There's the basic, this is the classic. The 5 of Cups really talks about really thinking about all you've lost and not appreciating what you have. But we got it this way, which does talk about the fact that we do appreciate it. There's beauty there. It's just taking their time to appreciate what's gone.